X3000, salute. X3000, just shout them out, y'all.
Also female and Megatron. I don't know better.
What it do, G Herbo? How you doing, family?
I'm good.
Good. How you feeling? What's coming up for you right now?
Everything's cool. Just trying to stay grounded, take everything one at a time. But overall, everything's good. Everybody healthy and safe. So
good. That's so important. Listen, we're living in a time right now, and this time we've witnessed some of the most horrific acts of police brutality. You openly talk about PTSD in your music. I want to hear how you're thinking about this moment, how you're thinking about what your role is right now.
My role is very important, significant in all of this because I feel directly so connected to it because I'm a product of what's going on here. Like I've lost friends to police brutality. I too myself was beaten up by police at a young age, and even deeper to that, just really getting to the root of the problem and becoming a source, a resource, a key, an advocate for change. And it starts with us just getting in front of the problem, to be honest. And with a lot of the looting, especially in Chicago, because my city is one of the craziest, and I'm actually here now. And my whole perspective on things kind of changed a little bit just as I'm able to see firsthand, like, the stuff that's going on, because I, too, was one of the people wondering, like, why are people looting? Why are they hitting these Black-owned businesses, especially? And I had to think about it because a lot of times we don't get opportunity to feed our families, especially with this pandemic and everything going on. A lot of these people haven't been able to feed themselves and their family and their children and know where their next check and their next meal is coming from for the past 3 months. Me, I'm blessed. I'm able to do everything that I was able to do before this has went on and then some. So I can't really think about things the same way that they are, and when it comes to these Black business owners, us as Black business owners and entrepreneurs, when we go and put these businesses back in the hearts of our neighborhoods where we grew up from, in these poverty-stricken neighborhoods, we have to, and I'm only 24, so I don't know what it was like 15, 20 years ago when people really were able to bring change to their community, and we had direct relationships with the police already. They knew exactly the people who lived on the blocks and in these neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know firsthand how that was because I'm so young, and I know it wasn't really that way with me growing up. But just being an entrepreneur and me having a facility that we opened on the south side of Chicago, and we bought one of the 50 CPS schools that was closed down, you have to directly touch the people. You got to directly bring change. Like, a lot of these kids who looting, a lot of these business owners, these the same people y'all calling the police on when they standing in front of y'all business is too long. And these some of the places that they only have to stay safe when they sit in the strip mall, whereas 20, 30, 50 civilians that can see them at all times, where if somebody pull up shooting or try to rob them, it's witnesses there. So you got to think from their perspective. And a lot of times you can't really judge people for even when they have to do certain things to provide for their family, sell drugs and stuff like that. And when they in front of these businesses, that's like their only safe haven in a way. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't really feel connected to these people, if they don't feel connected to you, where they gonna make the sacrifice to not hit your business because you gave back to them in a way. And I'm not saying you owe anybody anything, but look at it. If it was you, you would be looking at it like, what did this person do for me? Or what has the government, what has the system done for me? The system that's failed me over and over again. This is my only opportunity to be able to, you know what I'm saying, bring change for myself. Is to steal and take. You can't really judge these people for that.
G, I'm so glad that you so eloquently put it that way, because what I hear you saying is not that you are okay with what's happening, but you understand what's happening.
I understand what's happening.
That's so important, though, because people what we're hearing from mayors and governors is tone deaf, right? It's stop protesting, stop looting, but it's not saying we're sorry, we are going to change what's happened to you, we're going to change the conditions. And that to me is the thing that's most disturbing about this moment, not the protesting, it's the fact that mayors, elected officials, governors, chief of police aren't showing up
to be able to dictate these government officials, these aldermen, the judges, everyone who plays a role in our livelihood in general. We have to stand in front of this and say, these are the people that we allowing to set the tone for our life, to make the rules for us, you know what I'm saying? And really, to be honest, it's like when probably everybody that I ever brushed shoulders with growing up in my entire life being in Chicago knows somebody that's been a victim of police brutality. So a lot of times, you know, like even with everything that George Floyd and even all the racism, Ahmaud Arbery, everything that's going on, it's just fuel to the fire. It's icing on the cake. It's really a continuous, never-ending story. It's like these people aren't really, I'm not going to say they're not outraged for these one killings. It's still the Sandra Bland's, the Philando Castles, the everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you do this and people, it not only the root of the problem, but you have to look at resources, opportunity. People are opportunists. They're looking at this as opportunity to feed their family. You know, these stores, people coming up with thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, thousands of dollars worth of food. Some of these people never seen 5,000, 10,000 a day in their life. So you got to look at it from that perspective. They looking at opportunity to be able to, you know what I'm saying, feed themselves and protect their family. And a lot of these cases I've been watching, like people really like portraying unity. I'm sorry for lack of a better term, but they like uniting, people helping each other, looting these stores, and people, grandmothers in these stores, people, aunties in these stores, you know what I'm saying? And they looking at opportunity to be able to provide for themselves, you know? And if we not going to get them opportunity, and even myself, I'm including myself, me as somebody who connected to the people, but I am also a millionaire. So whose side am I supposed to be on? You know
Absolutely.
So I look at all those points and try to just, you know, be reasonable.
Yeah, I love that. G, you stood out for me as someone that I really wanted to talk to because you talk about mental health. You talk about it very publicly. You named an album, PTSD. Can you talk more about why that was important for you? First of all, you're so young. It's not common for young Black men to talk about mental illness. But not only do you talk about it, you wear it as a badge of honor to have other people talk about it. Tell us why you chose that.
I was blessed with a strong mind and a will to accept life for what it is, and even in the worst situation. So me growing up on St. Night for Essence, me growing up in the east side of Chicago, witnessing murder at such a young age, me being shot and seeing a lot of my friends die, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of my friends go to jail for their first mistakes that they ever made in life. In life, you're supposed to be able to have room to make mistakes. And this is not about race or anything, but I'm just speaking facts. And when you come from these, the Jewish communities, the Asian communities, the Arab communities, even the white communities, they have relationships directly on with people. It's all start with resources where you're able to make these mistakes and learn from them. We got to be accountable for our mistakes at 14, 15 years old. So holding a kid accountable for their mistakes, that alone is PTSD. And we don't understand it. It's so normal to us. We normalize bad. You know what I'm saying? We immune desensitize bad. And I didn't know that I was suffering from PTSD all my life. So like I was saying, going back to me just having a strong willpower, I made the best of every fucked up situation I ever been in. And that's not really healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like just boxing in your feelings, boxing in your emotions, your hate, your anger, your pride, everything. We all human. You'll explode. And sometimes you explode on the wrong people. It's usually the person closest to you, the person that you love the most, that get the backlash of you having post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's important to acknowledge this, and important to go talk to a therapist, go talk to somebody, anybody, your mother, your father, you know. So it was important for me because it helped me get through a lot of these times. You know, like I said again, I was blessed to have a strong mind to be able to say, all right, I'm going to make the best of this situation and acknowledge that I do have PTSD because I had to carry a gun on me for 10 years straight every single day of my life, you know, and I thought it was normal. So realizing that I do suffer from a mental illness and going to help myself, you know what I'm saying? Not just going to seek help, going to talk to a therapist or listen to people, me actually wanting to go help myself so I can function on a day-to-day basis, because it may look this way. I may be an artist and people look at me like a person that has stature and I'm able to function on a day-to-day basis. But a lot of things that I go through can drive me crazy. I could hurt somebody. I could potentially kill somebody, because we all human.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, last question I have for you. What do you want to tell folks around mental illness, around how they take care of themselves? Anything that you want to share that you feel like your listeners and folks that are listening to Mike need to know?
I would tell everybody to don't believe in coincidence. Life isn't a coincidence. We're not going through these times for a coincidence. This is history being made. And this, with a lot of the stuff, I don't want to sound like I'm being in a negative way, but a lot of this shit needs to get burnt down for a reason. A lot of this shit needs to get rebuilt for a reason, so we can reconstruct, so we can have somebody to represent us and say, hey, these are our demands. And I'm telling people that don't shy away from your thoughts. Don't shy away from your feelings or your aspirations, where you want to be in life, anything, everything you feel, every emotion, every thought that go through your mind and your body is for a reason. So don't run away from that. Try to correct your problem, fix your problem. And a lot of people don't know how to communicate it or do it a certain way, but these people fixing the problem. They trying to fix the problem with Luke.
Yeah.
They trying to fix the problem with the racism shit that's going on, and they trying to fix their problems internally at home with their selves, with their PTSD, with their kids. That's PTSD. People don't know how to feed their families right now. And we were struggling before the pandemic, going to work every fucking day, still struggling.
That's exactly right.
People going through that haven't been able to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you so much, G. I really appreciate you joining us. Everybody, G Herbo. Get all his music, listen to his music. He's amazing. He's speaking for a new generation. Appreciate you, fam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Think I'm a